So, thank you so much for tuning into Culture Fix. Today, I am joined by the brilliant Kyle Alessandro, who represents Norway with his incredible track Lighter. Kyle serves vocals, big pop hooks, and slick choreography, and is set to be one of the highlights of Eurovision 2025 in Basel. Kyle has kindly devoted some time to me today to talk about Eurovision and his entry Lighter. So, thank you, Kyle.
No, thank you.
Um, how are you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I'm feeling like very mm, it's hard to explain because I of course I'm not like nervous, more like yeah, excited, but at the same time um I feel very safe because I have this amazing team around me, and also because there was a national final, you know?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like the people have like the people of Norway wanted me to go to Eurovision, so I feel safe in that way.
yeah. And your
Mm.
national final, so obviously you had been at MGP before with Umami Tsunami. How did it feel going back on your own?
I mean, like going back on my own, I've like always been like an artist, if that makes sense, or
Yeah,
like I've always felt like it at least. And when I was 8 years old, I started my career, kickstarted my career with. In Norway, you have, or I think it's discontinued actually now, but you had, it was called like not American Idol, but like Idol, and
okay.
then Junior. So like a junior version of Idol. And then I didn't get past the audition that time. And then I went back when I was like 10 years old to Norway's Got Talent, and I got the golden buzzer.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, this could actually like lead me somewhere, right? And then Marcus and Martinez's old manager contacted me when I was 10 years old, or we took contact. I can't remember. And we started working together, and then I we launched like my full, like my career, or like my artist career, or like musical career to
Yeah.
its full access, to its full. How do I say that? To its fullest extent.
Okay.
When I was like 11, 10, and then I just released singles, and then COVID hit, and then boom, MGP 2023. So I went in like never having been in a trio, or like singing on stage with other people.
Yeah.
So for me, actually, the weird thing was having other people like on stage with me. But like the main difference is probably not having someone to lean on, even though I have like I mean I have my dancers to lean on, but like vocally I don't have anyone to lean on.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Because it's that blend of choreography and like the big vocals. How do you manage
Mm.
that?
I mean, I feel like I sing better if I move, or if I do or like have choreography. I or like I actually like I can't prove it right now because I can't like
Show me.
like just stand there. but but like when I move, I get this other like sort of like element blended in with like in the vocal. I just sound better,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
that's
And
interesting.
I yeah, and I have more control over my voice if I move. If I'm just standing still, I could never do a ballad standing still.
Yeah.
Like I could never. So I really hands down for everyone that is able to do that. But for me, it doesn't work that way. I have to
Have to
run
move.
on stage. I have to dance, or I have to do something. Mm.
Um, One of the things that really struck me about the track is the blend of like the Mediterranean, the kind of Spanish influence, and obviously the Norwegian influence. How do you kind of go about creating that?
Well, I started out with like trying to just make a production, so just like a song, because I'm also a producer as well as songwriter and dancer and vocalist.
You're all
So yeah, so I went to my like I like to call it my studio, but it's in all reality it's my bedroom because I moved my bed into the studio. So So I started working on some like tracks for not necessarily for like Eurovision, just trying to make something, and I really like the idea of like mixing my cultures.
Mhm.
So I tried to do this, and like the five first attempts sounded like shit. It did not sound good because I tried to mix like more traditional Spanish like rhythms. Like you have this flamenco. You know what flamenco is, right?
Yeah, yeah, like the
Yeah.
flamenco, like as a dance.
Yeah, like as a dance, yeah, it's also a musical genre, which is very like traditional to the south of Spain.
Okay.
So, and I'm Southern Spanish or Andalusian, if you know
Yeah.
what that is,
Yeah.
and and how do I go on about telling you? So like flamenco, it has like the subgenres, and I tried mixing bulerias, which is one of these subgenres, which has a very like weird time signature. It
Okay.
goes like un dos tres cuatro cinco seis siete ocho nueve diez un dos un dos. So it doesn't follow like one two three
Yeah.
four. So it sounded very weird when I tried to mix in the Norwegian influences in there. So it didn't work. Then I went on to look at like some similar like subgenres of flamenco, and then I came across rumba, or rumba flamenca, and what I did then is that I heard that it sounds like pop music,
Mm.
like
Kind of Latin pop.
yeah, exactly like Latin pop. That would be yeah. It, yeah, I don't know if it's like the correct term to use, but like it sounds like Latin pop, it has the same boom boom ka, right? So I was like, hmm, this works. And then I was listening to some Norwegian references. We have this dance here in Norway called Halling dance, which is what they do on stage under Alexander Rybak.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Hallingdons.
Mm.
When they go on the floor and they do the tricks like the boom
Yeah.
boom, and that rhythm follows very like similar, like a similar rhythm to rumba flamenca. So the Spanish flamenco subgenre. So what I did then was wait. I was like, this is me. This is like a
Yeah.
representation of me because I'm Norwegian and Spanish, right? And I love music also. So like this is literally like a musical representation of me. And what I did then was just play around. I was listening to some reference tracks also from like earlier Eurovision years. So like La Noia, Zari by Marina Satti,
That's-
um, Fairy Tale by Alexander Rybak, and also Slow Mo Channel.
Yeah.
So I like soaked up like all these influences, and then I tried to make something new, you
Yeah.
know. So because I'm a very like very against just plainly copying
Yeah.
other like songs, because yeah. So from like Marina Satti's song Zari,
Yeah.
I took like the blend of cultures that she has in her song, because if I don't, if I remember correctly, she's Greek and Sudanese, right?
Okay.
No.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely Greek. I'm not sure about the.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not sure, but she blended at least Balkan sounds,
Mhm.
so other like Balkan instruments into Zari. So what I did there was like take inspiration from that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and fairy tale, obviously, the fiddle,
Yeah.
um, and the whole like Norwegian culture in the form of music, Um, and what more? Yeah, that's how it came about, like the production side of it. I'm talking for a very long time. I'm sorry.
No, it's really interesting because I actually, I think that I may be quite naive and I'm just thinking like, oh, Spanish. It's a Spanish thing, but it's really interesting to hear the breakdown of like the
Yeah.
different subgenres. So yeah, I'm learning. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Thank you for listening. I appreciate that. But yeah, so the production side of it, that was that. And then my mom, she got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh,
Like it was fall, winter 2023, I believe.
okay.
And she had to go through a cancer treatment and all, and she's cancer free now.
Amazing.
So I want and but under like during this the cancer treatment, she got told that she had 6 months left, and we were like, oh,
Yeah.
no, that can't
No,
be.
yeah.
Exactly. So when we came back from that doctor's appointment, she told me, Kyle, never lose your light. And if you ever lose it, you have to find it right back because you're gonna reach very far. And then it came to me. I have to make a song about like light, not losing
Yeah.
your light, your inner flame, you know? And then I had this idea, the demo of the production, and I also had the idea of making a song about light and like your inner flame.
Yeah.
And the production side, also like laid down some top line, like the melody for how I should sing, and some like I like to like record my ideas into like pirate English. I like to call it. So it's like it's not like I just say whatever comes to mind, like a freestyle
Mhm.
almost. And it was called Monarch at that time, and it was about being your own king or queen or monarch, you know.
Yeah.
So, not your own lighter, and that's I sent all over this, all this over. So the demo and the inspiration, or like the idea of a song being about light, sent it over to the amazing Adam Woods, which has been in Melodi Festival, which
Yeah.
is a Swedish national selection, and he made magic happen. He mixed like what I sung on Monarch already, like in pirate English.
Yeah.
Um, and he made like the song structure like come together with the light theme and with being your own fire. And he tried to find something original too, because like fire, the imagery of fire is so already seen in Eurovision, you know. So
Fuego.
he wanted to make something that also like is original, you know.
Yeah.
So we came up with lighter, and like the ideal thing would be singing "I'll be my own light,"
Hmm.
but it just doesn't sound right when you sing it.
Yeah.
"I'll be my own light." It doesn't
Yeah.
sound right. Or like we could have like used fire, but that's too general.
Hmm.
So we landed on lighter because it carries the essence of like, I mean, like lighter means like a lighter, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not it like maybe it loses some of its like seriousness, but at the same time, it's something that like creates light and
Yeah.
fire and warmth, you know. So we wanted to keep lighter, as
Yeah.
simple as that, and because it sounds good and because the meaning also. So then it was lighter, and then we sent it over to MGP, or like NRK, the national broadcaster. And I got called like a month later, I think, by the previous head of delegation and musical head of music, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, he called me. He told me, Kyle, are you sitting down right now? And I was like, what do you mean? Sitting down, and because I had this like casual tone with him after MGP 2023. I got to know him, you know.
Yeah.
And then he asked me, Kyle, are you sitting down right now? And I was like, yeah, why? And then he said, you're in MGP 2025. And I lost my shit. I dropped my phone to the ground, like everything I had in my hands dropped on the floor, laid.
I love it.
And and I was just in total shock. You know, have you seen the when I got the points at
Yeah, I've
MGP?
seen. I've seen.
It was like almost something like that. Like
Yeah.
my reaction when I got into MGP also. And then yeah, well
And
you
then
asked
you
me
won.
how, yeah, and then I won. Yeah, exactly.
Um,
So and now we're here.
when you saw the lineup for MGP, like Bobby Socks,
Mm.
we had the night the girl group. Was it Triple L,
Yeah,
Parasite?
triple L. Yep.
Um, a lot of really good acts. Were you
Mm.
thinking like, oh shit, like they're in it? Was there anyone that you thought was going to be a big threat?
I mean, it was so open that I was thinking like everyone could win, because everyone are amazing artists, like truly amazing. Uh, but there was this like so like we had like a family, like we were like a small family,
Yeah.
the MGP group. And to be honest, I kind of missed those times already. But yeah, no, Nataline, Bobby Socks, of course, like all the legends that were in this year. That like, yeah, 100%, and like Noura Jabri also, LLL, of course, or Triple L, and no, I don't know, like everyone.
Yeah, I think
Mm,
when you won at the end, it really seemed like that sense of family when everyone was on the stage because, I
yeah,
thought no other national finalist had that when everyone came up. I thought it was a really nice moment and
yeah.
kind of like you sharing that win with everyone, but also
Mm.
celebrating your success. So I thought it was a really nice touch.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. Like there was no like, everyone was rooting for everyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So yeah, no, 100%. It was like I think we all had a lovely time, and also in Norway, the national final is huge.
yeah,
Like everyone watches MGP. So even though you don't win, you get this huge exposure. So so yeah, 100%. Like I think everyone was content, and also like when I went on stage afterwards, I don't know if you noticed it, but I gave Natalie the microphone, so she was singing lighter,
yeah,
like a small part of it.
yeah. That was sweet.
And no, I was just, giving everyone hugs and saying thank you, and just like, no, and for supporting me also, because like after MGP 2023, I remember like we were like it wasn't like the same family bond,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. It was more like oh, we're all here to compete and we're rooting for each other, but
More of
we're
a
still in
job.
a competition, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. So no, it felt just more, it just felt more like, I don't know how to even,
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, like it just felt good to be there. Hmm.
Well, I'd imagine you're going to have a new family when it comes to Eurovision because there's a big class of acts that are it's all announced now. Everyone is revealed.
Yeah,
How are you navigating the journey to Eurovision? Are you training a lot? Are you practicing the choreo a lot?
yeah.
What's your journey like?
So I'm going to all the pre-parties. Uh, so I'll get to meet everyone out there in Europe, and I'm very thankful or grateful for that, because there's like not everyone gets the chance to do that. And also I've spoken to the other artists already. Not everyone, but a lot of them, and everyone is so lovely. Especially like Claudia. I have a lot of contact with
Yeah,
Claudia. I love her song also.
it's
Astera
amazing.
Mata. It's just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
And no, I don't know. Like I don't know. Just everyone is like I'm starting to get like the same vibes as in MGP.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm.
Now, obviously, it's a very difficult question. I'm sure you've been asked it a lot of times because it's always what everyone wants to know. Who are your favorites so far? Is there any tracks that you've heard that have blown your mind that you've thought, wow,
Um, yeah, Austria. JJ.
boys,
That's
it's amazing.
it's mind blowing. When I was in the car with my brother the first time I heard it, and I was like, shit. We were both like looking at each other like,
Like,
how?
oh, that's not
Like
fair.
how does one sing like that? Like
Yeah.
and no, also like Astrid Mata, of course. Claudia, I love Ich komme. Erika, love it. It's just so like out there, and I love it. And of course, my queen Miriana Conte,
Yeah. Queen of Europe.
serving what? Serving what?
Serving what? Yeah, serving blank.
Yeah, serving. No, 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 no. She's serving everything.
Mhm. Yeah.
But Yeah, no, and also
Yeah,
Adonis,
Adonis, I think is the pronunciation. Yeah,
Adonis.
but
Yeah,
it's failed with the
so he
X.
kissed us goodbye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I love the dance break. It just comes so suddenly. It's like kiss, kiss, goodbye, kiss, kiss, right? And then,
Works. Yeah, it really
uh,
works.
uh, uh. And I love those switch ups because it's like, it feels like he's made a song that he wants to make, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hasn't like made a song to make a song that like has to fit within like a certain genre. So
Yeah.
I love that. And yeah, I also forgot to answer you on what preparations I'm doing.
It's fine. We can
But
reshuffle.
yeah, yeah, if I'm allowed to. I'm training or like rehearsing like vocally. I have rest day and then I sing. Rest day, sing. Rest day, sing. Today is rest day. And choreography. I'm not allowed to say too much, but there will be changes. I
Okay.
just can't say what changes,
But
but there will
changes.
be changes, and there will be a slight revamp to the song too.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm not allowed to do that either.
Okay. So expect
And
changes, but mystery changes.
exactly, and we're gonna do something more with the song too. But I don't know if I'm allowed to say this part, but I feel like I feel like yeah. I can say one of the things. An acoustic version is already recorded,
Nice.
and so there's gonna be an acoustic version, and also this one I don't think I'm allowed to say, but but there's gonna be another version. I just can't say what type of version it is. So yeah, and what more preparatory things are we doing? Costume. Um, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that either, but we're upgrading.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're keeping the armor and we're upgrading. I've gotten clearance to say that it's
Nice.
cleared, so I can say it. So
Cool.
we're keeping the armor and we're upgrading it. So we're making it even more like it's gonna be Eurovision, like you know, it's
Glittered.
not gonna be like yeah. So it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like more well produced, if that makes sense. Yeah, because imagine there's in the final this year there was 9 acts,
Hmm.
so they had like a budget for 9 acts.
Yeah.
Now they have a budget for 1 act,
Hmm.
so it's gonna be like more quality on everything, to be honest.
Amazing.
And staging wise, we have to adapt, of course, to the arrow shaped
Mhm.
catwalk frame stage. Like it's very different than the national
Yeah.
final stage. Let me just
Yeah.
say that. So we had to make some adaptations, or no, not adapt. We had to adapt, but it's gonna be fucking cool.
It sounds it. I'm very excited. It sounds like the national final, which was amazing, but like times 100.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm excited to show everyone because we've already had the national broadcaster like NRK here in Norway. We were at a studio to one of these days to I think it was 2 weeks ago. Um, they tried to tape down the whole stage in their biggest studio, and it didn't fit.
Oh,
So they had to chop up the stage in
yeah.
two and like mirror it.
Oh, okay.
So we had to record everything because we have to record the whole staging and
Yeah.
send it over to EBU to the EBU, and we had to cut the Basel stage in half and like mirror it. So we had to record everything twice so that they could like mix them like edit it, cut
Yeah.
it, and like edit it. So it would be so that's how huge the stage is when it doesn't even fit in the biggest studio that and that studio is huge. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah. So no. I think this will be the biggest stage I've ever performed on. I think
And
100% actually.
audience wise, is it the biggest audience as well that you'll have performed to?
Like there physically or like
Well, I suppose in both regards, yeah. So
I mean like
200 million, is it?
200 million? Yeah, no, yeah, no, that's gonna be the biggest.
That's
But like in the
amazing.
audience wise, I've played at festivals before, so like physically there, it's gonna be one of the biggest.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the biggest. Yeah, but like yeah, I think what was it? Can't remember if it was like a championship for like football here in Norway.
Yeah.
I think there was. I can't remember if it was 16,000 in the audience,
Okay.
but I can't recall right now. But I think Jakobshalle, the capacity is 12,000 or 16,000.
Yeah, it's usually between like I think 12 and about 16. So
Exactly.
somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. 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 So it's
Nice.
gonna be one of the biggest, if not the biggest. Yeah.
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 Um, well, I spoke to Adam Woods a couple of weeks ago, and
Right.
he was full of so much praise about how, you have, as a performer and your energy and your passion, and it's really nice to hear that and actually see that. So, he was full of praise for you, and loved working with you as well. So that was really nice to hear.
Yeah, no, no. Like it goes both ways. He's amazing, truly. And if I could choose one person to work with for the rest of my life, I would choose Adam.
That's nice.
He's just amazing at everything he does, and he's also the thing is he also has my perspective also as an artist
Yeah.
because he's been an artist himself, or he no, he's not been. He is an artist himself, and he's been to Mello or Melodi Festival, the Swedish national selection. So he knew, like he knows what it means to be on one of those type of stages. So no, I'm very grateful to have him by my side through this wild journey.
Let's think in general terms. Who are your Norwegian Eurovision heroes?
Oh, Norwegian.
Norwegians to
Okay.
start with.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Alexander Rybak, simply because he showed our culture to the world. That's the thing that I also want to do. And Bobby sucks. Also, they're lovely people. They're so lovely, and they have given me a lot of advice for this wild journey I've embarked on. uh, and Also Alexander Rotan from Kano, or
Okay.
like the or no, the entirety of Kano. They're lovely people also, and no, they're just so like out there, and they've also given me advice. And Gåte, actually last year's winner, Gunhild Sundli.
Yeah.
Also love that they're showing our culture to the world. And same with Gåte. No, okay, no.
Yeah.
And also with Kano, they're showing off our indigenous culture here in Norway also. So that's amazing. Love that. And but no, yeah, Gåte also. Gunhild especially is the one I've spoken the most to. She's lovely. She's just so down to earth, and she inspires me to do the same, to like have that sort of energy and mindset going into this because, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the like Norwegian way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think as well, even in Norway, there's all these incredible acts that, are in MGP that maybe don't make it to Eurovision, thinking like Ulrike, like Atle Peterson. And I know Ulrike obviously was very
Yes.
close, but had
Yeah.
the COVID year,
Uh,
unfortunately.
uh,
So there's just such an incredible pool of like pop talent in Norway. So it's nice to be part of that, I guess.
yeah, no, 100%. Like I, I feel very grateful that the people likes my art and also is rooting for me and supporting me. So no, I'm very grateful for that.
Nice. Well, let's just wrap up with some quick fire questions. It's the first thing that pops into your head. Nothing too complex, I don't think. Um, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Cha 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 Garia.
Oh, nice. Actually, I did hear you sing that. I saw that on TikTok the other night. Yeah. Um, that is a classic. Um, if there is one song that you could sing for the rest of your life and only that song, what would it be?
Whew. Uh, my head is empty. What the fuck?
Lighter. Lighter?
Yeah, lighter. Kyle Alessandro, lighter.
Yeah, that was a good save. Um, do you have a guilty pleasure song, or maybe you don't believe in guilty pleasures?
Yeah, no, no, no. I don't. No, I just no. Yes and no. I don't believe in guilty pleasures, but if like the general term, like if I would have a guilty pleasure, oh my god, I can't speak English anymore. If I would had to have a guilty pleasure, it would probably be Abracadabra by Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm.
What is your favorite thing about Norway?
The culture. So like everything. No, but like I love that we have two ways of two writing systems in Norwegian. The language culture, the musical culture, how people treat each other here. Like, yeah, no, I like the culture.
Yeah. Um, I have only visited Oslo. Where should be next on my list of places to visit?
Trondheim. It's
Okay.
very close
Far
to
north.
where. No, it's like in the middle of Norway. So like yes, the center of Norway. It's very close to where I live. It's like an hour drive. And you have this huge cathedral. I think it's a Gothic cathedral, which is like what's it called? A landmark? Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And it's very, very like I think it's the biggest cathedral in Northern Europe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. And also, you could visit while you're here Stiklestad, which is where the last Viking king died, I believe. Yeah, no, yeah, and he was turned into a saint afterwards. Um, because after his death, his hair and nails didn't stop growing.
Oh, wow.
So when they opened the casket or like the coffin again, they were like, "Oh my God, he's alive." No, he wasn't alive because but
Yeah.
his hair and nails didn't stop growing, so he was turned into a saint.
Hmm.
Saint Olav, Olav, Sankt
Oh,
Olav.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know, Saint Olav. I don't know in English, but in Norwegian it's Sankt Olav. Um, and also there's just a lot of like culture here in the center of Norway. Like in the entirety of Norway there is, but especially where I live also, we have this place called Agge, which has like like Excalibur. Do you know what
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah, Sword and
Yeah,
Stone. Yeah.
yeah. We have almost the same thing here in my town. It's like a sword and a stone, but from the Viking Age.
Okay.
So, and we have this Viking festival every year in June, where it's like a Renaissance fair, but not a Renaissance fair because it's like, I don't know, it's we're Vikings still.
Cool.
So it's more like appreciation of our culture. We just go back to those times. You can throw axes if you want. You could dress up. You can buy artisanal like jewelry or like
Yeah.
leather work, uh, like traditional Norwegian. So and also from the Viking times or Viking Age. So there's a lot of things you could do here in the center or like the middle of Norway.
I feel like you
So
should get a job with the tourist board. You've done a really good job of selling it.
yeah, no, thank you. And also Goate is from the area,
Oh, nice.
the same region as I am from.
Cool.
It's called we have like Norway is sectioned up, yeah,
Yeah.
into 19 different. I think it's 19 now. They change it all the time. but it's 19 different regions, I think. And our region is called Trøndelag. And we speak this very like specific dialect of Norwegian called Trøndersk,
Okay.
which is we cut the words. So a normal or no normal I say don't quote me, don't edit this out. Other Norwegians um, say hi, or like another dialect, the standard dialect of Norwegian says to say hi, my name is. They say hi, jeg heter Kyle, right? Uh, in my dialect, it's hey, I heter Kyle. So we cut the words
Yeah.
and we change some words also. So jeg, which is me, or no, I,
Mhm.
in my dialect is a.
Okay.
So jeg in standard Norwegian, my dialect a. So there's like a lot of like variety where I'm in my region, also, and like the first person singular pronoun.
This has been educational. I mean, Kyle, I have really loved hearing about Lighter and hearing about your story and your journey to Eurovision and finding out more about Norway and Spain. So I really appreciate your time and I'm so excited to see you in Basel and I know it's going to be amazing. So good luck.
No, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye.